Hello, everybody. Just wanted to mention that in this episode, we go over an app that's on screen. So it'd help if you have access to the video version so you can see it and hear it, but we do talk about it as well, and it's an audio based app with some visual components too. So it'll make more sense if you have the video version, but if not, you should be able to follow along with the audio. Just wanted to let you know. Now, with that in mind, let's get into it. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Badgerland Birding Podcast, bringing you birding news and stories from the Badger State and beyond. Today, we're with Phil Mitchell, who developed the app Larkwire, which is an app you can use for learning bird identification, songs, and visual as well. So I've been testing it out, and it's been fun so far. So I'm excited to talk to Phil. How you doing?
Hey, Derek. I'm doing great. Thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah. So before we get into the app, can you just give us some background about like your journey of birding? How did you get into this in the first place?
Well, let's see. I mean, I didn't grow up even knowing what birding was. I grew up in a house that had a bird feeder and an old pair of binoculars. And at some point, I started taking those binoculars with me when I left the house and went on walks, and really kind of invented birding for myself. It wasn't until much later that I knew that birding was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and but I guess the thing for me is that I've always been really just deeply moved by nature. And so birds are just spectacular, and then so is everything else that moves. And that's been a lifelong fascination for me.
So did you end up having a career in nature, or has this been kind of a side project with Larkwire?
Oh, absolutely a side project. No, I never thought, I never even crossed my mind to become a biologist or a conservation biologist or anything like that. Nope.
Interesting. So we can talk about the app. How did the app get created? What was the
Well, so, on this journey, on this journey into birding, along the way, I had a key mentor, a friend who is an amazing birder. And one time we were out and he shared with me that he could identify birds by sound.
Mhm.
And that kind of blew my mind. And it had never occurred to me. I mean, I had heard bird sounds and loved them. And I remember spending a long time around a leafy tree in summer trying to figure out what sound I was hearing, which turned out to be a Baltimore Oriole.
Mhm.
But great song. But yeah, Andrew turned me on to that. And so then I I spent the next winter with a bunch of birdsong CDs, Stokes and the Peterson CDs, and I don't remember. I had a bunch of them because Andrew told me the way you did this was you listened to the CDs over and over again.
And for some of our younger people, they might not even be familiar with these CDs, but I'm assuming it's the one you put in your CD player, would say the name of the bird, and then it would have the song.
Well, yeah, they come in different formats. Some of them don't say the name until after the sound so that you
Mm.
can kind of test yourself. The Peterson CDs are probably the best for learning because they're actually organized pretty intelligently for learning. They're grouped in similarity groups and that kind of thing. But I can tell you, as someone who does not have a great ear, um, that didn't work for me at all. And not only did it not work, I couldn't stand it. I don't want to listen to these CDs over and over again. And you know one, but you've got to wait until you get through the one you know to the one
Mm.
you don't know. And it's just so tedious. And by that time, I was doing software. And I just had in the back of my mind, I said, I can build a better system, uh, more effective, more fun to use, and so that eventually led to Larkwire.
So is it something you built and then immediately started using yourself to learn bird calls?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, so uh, as you know, there's a lot of content in Larkwire, and all of that content gets is carefully curated, but also the bird sounds are completely digitally remastered to remove background sounds. And um, for the first, most of the content, even to this day in Larkwire, is digitally remastered by me.
Hmm.
So, so I got a lot of exposure before Larkwire was usable. I got a lot of exposure, but so I learned something from that, but really it wasn't until Larkwire was usable that my earbirding skills um, were transformed. And I'm by no means a master earbirder, uh, but I'm I'm not terrible, and that is completely thanks to having a learning system that's intelligently organized.
Yeah, I think the learning bird vocalizations is one of the biggest differences between what I would say like beginner and more advanced birders is because when me and Ryan, my brother, we didn't start birding until later on in our life. Relative to some people, we have a lot of younger birders out there who have been learning ever since they were a little kid. But so for us, we went out and we looked in the field guide and we looked at the range maps. We're like, oh, all this stuff should be out in winter. We went out and saw nothing, and didn't know about the habitats specifics and all that kind of stuff. But you'd hear all these noises, and it would just be overwhelming. I constantly felt like I was missing something. I'm like, there must be a rare bird in here, and it's calling, and I'm missing it because I don't know what it sounds like. And now, being over 10 years into it, I feel much more confident in going out and knowing what just about everything is, and then you can pinpoint the weird vocalization or the bird that's not supposed to be there. And it's one of the biggest differences. So any tool that you can use to help you get there faster is a complete game changer. And like you said, in the summer when the leaves are on the trees, it's even worse because
Oh
most of your
yeah,
birding is by ear.
absolutely. So how did you get up to speed on the bird sounds around you?
So I think it was just trial and error going out mostly, and it would take tracking down a song sparrow 10 times and being,
Yeah.
what is that? And then tracking it down and be like, oh, it's the song sparrow. And then it would do the same thing again. And eventually you kind of understand it. But birds also have some regional dialect differences. So then I'd go to the south
Yeah.
and I'd be like, oh, what is that? It was the song sparrow. It just sounded a little bit different. So I think I would say the best training for birding is birding, just going out there and trial and error. But I would equate like using Larkwire or they have like the eBird quizzes that you can do too for different regions as like training in a gym. I'm a rock climber too, and there was a guy, Eric Horst, I think was his name. He always said the best training for climbing is climbing. When you can't
Yeah.
climb, you go train in the gym, which is the equivalent of doing this stuff and honing your skills.
Totally agree. If you have the time and the relentlessness to track that bird down, deep in the forest or wherever it is, that is a great way to learn. My, I work with a guy, Mark Johnston. He's not one of the course authors on Larkwire, but he's an indispensable uh, person in making Larkwire happen, and he's a superb birder. And he learned all this stuff the hard way
Hmm.
by spending hours and hours out in the field, just relentlessly pursuing the sound until he figured out what it was.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's the way that it stays with you the most when you put in the hours of being out there. And even if you're learning it on Larkwire, then using it in the field, that's where it's really going to kind of get cemented for you. But I want to go through and kind of show people what it's like. I have the kind of the desktop website open, so we can kind of go through some of it on that. Although most of it's on the app, which I can hold my phone up to. But if you
Oh,
go to the
by the
website,
way, by the way, sorry to interrupt, but
no, no problem.
I have Larkwire up on a simulator on my laptop,
Uh huh.
so I could share my screen and we could go through that way too if
Yeah,
you
that'd
want
be
a
great.
demo.
Let's do
Yeah.
that.
How's that?
It's yeah, looks great.
Cool. So unfortunately, you can't drive, I don't think.
I
But
don't think so. That's fine.
if you tell me what you'd like to see, I can walk through some stuff.
So hypothetically, if people want to download this, there are some free things they can do, and then there's some subscription things as well, correct?
Yeah. Well, so here's the course list, and you'll see at the top are three freebies, and they'll definitely give you a taste of what you can do with Larkwire.
Yeah, and I like that that includes like the backyard stuff. Because for the casual people, like that's probably most of what they're gonna encounter. But you have the stuff for the more advanced and scroll down too.
Sure.
We got the I like the Waterbird stuff, and then you have the San Diego Birding Festival. Are you gonna include other birding festivals in there too?
Yeah, that's a new thing. This year, I've been reaching out to festivals and talking to them about custom courses that target just the species at the festival. And San Diego jumped on it. Nobody else has jumped on it yet, but hopefully there will be more coming.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's start off with one of the free ones. Let's go to the Backyard Bird Songs Basics.
Okay. Okay, I need to load that, but it'll just take a second. It's small. Here we go.
Sweet.
So let's see. Oh yeah, launch. Okay.
So
Yeah.
for those that aren't watching as well with the visual, so the screen pops up. It's got black-capped chickadee, red-winged blackbird, common grackle, and then if you press the play button, it'll give you a vocalization. Then you click which bird it belongs to.
Let's press play.
Let's do it. We got our black-capped chickadee. So then we can click the chickadee. Nice, and it'll give one little green dot on there. So we got our red-winged blackbird. We got our common grackle. And what I like about it too is it's not the same vocalization for each bird. It's choosing from a database, which is how it would be in the field. We got a red-winged blackbird. Chickadee, nice. Grackle. Redwing. And then once you complete all of the green sections, it'll give you like a final score as well. So
And
we
Derek,
can.
I'll tell you a little known fact about you mentioned that you like it has multiple vocalizations.
Mhm.
Um, a little known fact about that is when when we were first beta testing this, for a lot of the species, we have 5 or 8 or 10 or even more different recordings. And people just found that to be overwhelming.
Interesting.
And yeah, so if you, I don't know if you, I'll just quickly show you the game levels here. Oh no, we can't we can't do it on the on this backyard pack. But when we go over to the other one, over to the other course, the full course. So the for the sound courses, the only difference between the advanced course and the master level course, which is just up from that, is that the master level course uses all the recordings.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
more variability then.
More variability, exactly, because it was just people just found it overwhelming. Obviously with chickadees and red-winged blackbirds, it's no problem, but with some of the more confusable species, um, we just found it made sense to break it up like that.
Yeah. So for this one, will it just give the like chickadee vocalization, or will it throw like a springtime call in there, or is it all the same like
Yeah,
style?
so that's a great question. So one of the principles in Larkwire is you learn one thing at a time.
Okay.
So we do cover the Chickadee, the Phoebe song, but it's in a different group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's end this one and do the visual real quick for the free.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice that the smaller ones, download pretty quickly.
Yeah. So The one thing I'll say about this is it makes a little bit less sense at the beginner level because whereas we will have plenty of learners who find the beginning level of sounds challenging,
Hmm.
nobody's going to find it confusing to, compare a goldfinch and a tree swallow. Um, we're just such visual creatures, but it's still an opportunity to learn these if you don't know the birds.
Yeah, especially if you're just unfamiliar with all of it and it's all just kind of
Right.
new, to
Right.
have to learn a couple at a time as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You want to run through one or a
Sure.
few? Let's press play button. We got Northern Flicker, top left there. Got Cedar Waxwing, top right. Tree Swallow, top right. And then Northern Flicker, bottom left. It's kind of nice you guys have the breeding codes there too, because I know some people don't know about the 4-letter breeding codes.
Yep. And actually the reason those are in there is there just isn't room for the
That makes
species name.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's show what happens if you get one wrong.
All right, let's go bottom right then. All right, so you got the little red spot there.
Yeah. Cool.
Sweet. Let's go on to something a little more advanced then. So these are then the paid ones, correct?
That's right.
All right. You can pick. We got Eastern Central North America, land bird songs, Western, water birds.
Let's go Eastern Central and go up to, I don't know, what do you think? Intermediate, advanced?
Yeah, we can start at intermediate, go up from there.
So one thing I'll point out is that the groups, we've kind of taken them for granted so far, but these groups are in some ways the heart of Larkwire.
Hmm.
A lot of work goes into putting the sounds into similarity groups uh, because uh, a key part of what we're learning here is to tell a difference between sounds that sound similar to us. And so we need practice in the similarity groups before even thinking about how am I going to remember what I'm learning.
Yeah, that was one thing I was going to mention that I liked. That also feels kind of diabolical, putting the grosbeak and the robin, and the tanager and the same one. Like those are tough, but those are the things you're going to be deciding, between when you hear that vocalization and you're familiar with all of them.
Exactly. And that's one of the big differences between a kind of random quiz game.
Like an eBird
Yeah.
quiz, or yeah.
And it drives me a little nuts when people say, "Oh yeah, Larkwire, that quiz game." Because it's actually a learning system that's pretty well thought out in terms of taking you from step one all the way up to being a pretty advanced ear birder or visual birder.
Cool. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Sounds like grosbeak. Nice. Tanager?
Sounds like, yeah.
Oh, yep. You're right. Red Vireo. Robin again.
Yeah.
And these are varied, right? So these aren't.
Right. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. So,
No problem.
whoops. Well, one thing this shows you is you have total control over what you're studying. Um, so, uh, what I wanted to show you is you can see what's in the game.
Hmm.
In this view, for example, there are 5 robin sounds. These are the songs, um, but the ones marked red are only in master.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool that you can play them all.
Oh yeah. I find when I'm struggling with because I'm confusing two different species, I'll pop into this group view and really, kind of go through and listen and try and read I should mention these texts.
Oh, nice. You have the mnemonics in there too.
Have the mnemonics, but these are Michael O'Brien's descriptions, and he's really telling you what to focus on as you're listening. Can be super helpful, and then I'll go back to the game and practice some more. And that back and forth, for me anyway, that's really invaluable.
Cool. Let's go to a different group.
Sure.
Let's do let's do the Sparrows. Complex songs.
Okay, that's a good group.
They all look like good groups. Oh geez. This might be brutal.
This is not a test, Derek.
It feels like a test.
This is a learning
All right,
opportunity.
hit me with it. Song. Oh, Vesper. I don't hear Vesper that often. White Crown. Fox.
Yep.
White Crown. Fox. Is that Fox again?
Yeah.
Vesper. Vesper.
Yep.
White Crown. Vesper. Is that a weird song? No, that's White Crown. No. Yeah.
Finally.
Song. Yeah. Those
Pretty
are
cool.
tricky.
You did great. So,
Thanks.
I don't know if we should go up, or we can look at you if you
Let's
want to
go
look at.
to a different group and throw
Yeah.
advanced on there.
Oh, okay. We'll go to advanced and yeah, all right, let's pick a different group. What do you think?
Let's do some warblers. Those are always
Yeah.
fun. And I feel like that's one that people want to learn a lot because come spring, they're like, I've forgotten everything I know about warblers.
Yep. Yep.
Can you click multiples of these and they'll throw them all together?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. So you absolutely can select multiples, but um, because in this instance of the app, there's no learning history here. So Larkwire is going to assume that you need. Oh no, actually, sorry. Um, Once you select multiple, it will throw you into the field game rather than a
Hmm.
gallery game because the gallery game doesn't really make sense for multiple groups.
Okay.
So I don't know. You want to see the field game?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. bunch of warblers in there.
Oh.
So now we're in a totally different type of game. This isn't a multiple choice. I'm not sure which one I'm listening to. This is just listen and identify it.
And these are all warblers?
Yeah.
I think this is wrong. Well, what happens if you say not sure? Oh, it just gives you the answer?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, Wilson's. Man, I feel out of practice with warblers.
Me too.
You know that one, Phil?
No, I don't.
All right, let's go not sure on that one. Nashville. Okay.
I always mess up Nashville.
We're gonna get one of these.
I should know that one.
It kind of sounds Kirtlandsy, but I know the water thrush can sound like that too. The northern. I'd go northern water thrush.
All right.
Oh, it was
Oh.
Kirtland's. Ah,
There you go.
that's a good one. Oh, so that was on advanced?
Yeah, that was advanced.
All right,
Yep.
let's try something on master. We could go back to multiple choice.
Okay. Let's see. So here we are in the Robin Light group again.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stick with that?
Let's do a different one. One we haven't done
All right.
yet.
All right. Let's see. How about Orioles?
Sure.
Let's just see something that would be more interesting if there's, oh yeah, see, there's plenty of master level sounds here.
What do the two-letter codes go? So yeah, like WACOMB.
Those are state or province
Oh, that it was recorded?
where the recording
Okay,
came from. Yep.
cool.
And we work really hard to get good geographic distribution, especially for species where that's really meaningful.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do it. Western Meadowlark. Baltimore Oriole. Orchard Oriole.
What a sound. What an amazing sound.
You think Orchard or Baltimore on that one?
I'd go Baltimore.
All right, let's go Baltimore. Baltimore? Ah, Orchard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Eastern Meadowlark.
Yeah.
Orchard. Baltimore. Baltimore. Oh, Orchard. So yeah, now I think I would go listen to those, like click on them each, learn them more, and then come back. That'd kind of be the function, right?
Yep.
Yeah, those are tricky.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can see how having so many more samples in the mix really does up the game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, what's next?
Let's go to some kind of more advanced visual.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
I feel like this would be a fun thing to like you know, invite some friends over and quiz them on bird calls and stuff.
Party game, yeah.
Yeah, party game.
I had somebody write in saying that they use this as a game in the car.
Yeah, I could
One,
totally see that.
yeah, really fun way to use it. So here we are, Eastern landbird breeding plumage. Or maybe we should do water birds
Yeah,
for.
let's do water birds.
Let's see, where are the water birds breeding plumage? And let's get up intermediate.
Sure.
All right. What's a good group? How about well,
Dude, female
uh,
ducks is probably rough.
I was gonna say female ducks. Let's just stay away from that.
That's tough.
But um oh
You know, a lot of people want shorebird ID help.
I was gonna say I was
Yeah.
just gonna go to shorebirds. Yeah, this is great.
Man, that breeding plumage is nice.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing is you can easily zoom these and see them. So this actually you might be wondering, how well does this work on my phone? But it actually works pretty well.
Yeah, it's worked well for me so far.
Yeah, so you want to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So we got to pick the upland,
Yeah.
bottom right, bottom left. Love Dunlin and breeding plumage.
Yeah.
Pectoral top left. Upland bottom left. Dunlin bottom right. Upland top right. Spotted bottom right. Peck top right. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's try a mode up from that with a different category.
Yeah. And before well, okay, you want to go up to advanced, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make things a little more challenging. And I'll just mention that with the visual ID, there's also a master level, but it functions very differently than with the sounds. The master level for the visual ID is where we just pull out some of the really challenging uh, discriminations, which your average birder might not want to tackle, like empids or
Oh, geez.
subspecies identifications and things like that. Well, we can take a look at that in a
Okay,
second. But
sounds good.
here we are at advanced, and I don't know what's calling to you, Derek.
Do you have gulls in here by chance?
Oh yeah, let's see. Where are they? Uh, how about large and pale?
Sure, let's do it. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty good.
Glaucus winged is gonna be tough. That's a West Coast for me.
Oh yeah. So, this is a good place to call out Steve Mladenow's amazing text. He is one of the he is one of the elite field identification birders by eye, and he's written these to just an incredible level of detail. Um, so if you're struggling to parse which is which, you've got support here from one of the very best birders in the country.
Okay, cool.
So what do we have? We have herring gull, California, glaucus winged, and glaucus.
Mm. I'm like, okay. Um, going bottom left.
Good
All
call.
right, 1 for 1. And bottom left again. Okay, California, smaller, darker mantle, bottom right. Glaucus, top left. Glaucus winged. I'm going top right.
Good call.
Thanks. California.
It's those gray primaries that I always cue in on.
Okay, bottom right. Top left. Glaucus again, top left. Okay, herring gull. It's gotta be top left. All right, there we go. That wasn't so bad.
No, you're doing great.
All right, let's try the is it master version? Let's see what that's
Oh
like.
yeah, let's go up and see what's in there. It's different, of course, for the Eastern, Central versus the Western. What groups do we have here? SCOP,
Oh,
uh,
oh,
American Blackman,
dowitchers? That's
model
cruel.
dowitchers. Yeah, blue wing and cinnamon teals. These must be females. Yeah, females. Yep. There's more there. If I remember correctly, there's significantly more groups in the Western course at master
Oh,
level.
okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
we
So
have ampids there and
you want to take a look at the MPIDs for me, just out of curiosity?
oh sure, sure. I mean, you don't want to miss out on that.
No. Well, that's something I'm sure a lot of people wish they were better at. It just feels overwhelming.
Oh wait, no, we're not at master level. Yeah, it's totally overwhelming. And Steve, I was talking to Steve about MPIDs. Oh, we are at master. Okay. Um, I was talking to Steve, and I didn't realize that it wasn't that long ago when people felt that the MPIDs, that not all of them were visually discernible.
Hmm.
And Steve is one of the people who have broken the ground of showing that they are in fact identifiable in the field. Not necessarily every bird, but in general. So yeah, what do we have? Chimney and vose, empids, fox sparrow
Oh,
subspecies,
interesting.
bunch of raptors, spruce grouse. Yeah, what's calling to
Let's
you?
go MPIDs. I gotta see it. I gotta
Oh
see what it
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like.
okay, right, right.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
I'll point out, you may notice this empids group has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 species.
Hmm.
Okay. We only show a maximum of 4 in a gallery at a time, and these are essentially randomly chosen. So,
Okay.
depending on the gallery that you happen to get, it might be harder or easier, but you could go in here and say, I really want to work on the one that's killing me.
Yeah, yeah. Alder
And,
willow.
you know, yellow bellied, that's too easy. Let's throw gray in there.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, we're not going to do this, but I'm just
I think
saying
we
you.
have to, Phil.
So, if you want to really work it, it's here.
Hmm. This
And
is
you
a
can
brutal.
zoom. You can zoom.
That looks like alder willow to me. That's one of them, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. What about that
Mm,
one?
that one could
Yeah.
be too.
Yeah. So,
Willow. I'm going either bottom right or top right.
all right, let's give it a shot.
Hey, we got
Whoa.
one. All right, least, that seems manageable. Okay, so we have least and gray. We have gray in here too, right?
Yep.
And then
Yep.
alder and willow.
Yep.
The top left one is giving me least vibes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's alder. Oh, so it was the top right. Interesting. Okay, we got willow. I'm thinking top right.
I was thinking that too.
Oh, all right. We're
Well, if whenever you choose alder for willow, you know you're on the right track.
yeah, alder. I think bottom left is willow because I think we had that picture maybe.
Mm-hmm. Could
I'm gonna
be.
go top right. Brutal.
And I'll mention, since you mentioned pictures, for the gallery games, we restrict ourselves um, to the five what we well the five best shots that we have of it. For every species in the visual courses, we strive to have 20 shots,
Hmm.
and we intentionally choose five that are really kind of beautiful and perfect, and then we choose 10 which are kind of average, and then we want to have about five which are crappy. Um, and for the gallery game, we only used the nice shots.
Hmm.
And then once you get into the field game, we gradually mix in the worse and worse images to make it more challenging, more
Okay,
realistic.
yeah. Let's go to the
Yeah.
field game with the, master level groupings.
Okay, sure. Um, let's just clear that selection. And by the way, you can select species that are not in the same group.
Oh,
If
neat.
if you say to yourself, I'm really confusing these two, even though they're not in the same group, um, you can easily construct a game that has the ones that you're confusing.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. So, um, just MPIDs? You want to do all the MPIDs?
Do I want to do all the MPIDs? I don't know about that.
Maybe fox sparrow subspecies.
Sure, that sounds good.
Oh, I forgot. Did we want to do a field
Yeah,
game?
let's do a field game. So we have to select
Okay.
multiple things, right?
Let's put in mo we don't have to. So we could. So once you pass the gallery game,
Hmm.
Larkwire will automatically shift that group into the field game.
Okay.
You can always, one of the things about Larkwire is you have total control over how you learn. Um, so Larkwire will choose for you, or you can just say, I want a field game right now. But if we select multiple groups, that will throw us. So let's throw sage sparrows and thrushes in. This should be interesting. Oh, there we go.
So that's either the bells or the sagebrush sparrow. Would be nice to know location.
Yeah, and
Mm,
and 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 I'm just going to say we intentionally don't give that kind of information,
yeah.
because uh, to really know these species, you know them regardless of where you see them. And that's especially if you're interested in rare, vagrants that show up where they're not supposed to be. You're trained to be able to ID them
Yeah,
regardless
and
of
the
where they are.
interesting thing is with bells and sagebrush, like when I saw both of them, it was like we were in the same habitat, just in a different place. And it's like, well, if it's a bird that looks like this, it's one of the two. So it is good to know with vagrancy, like if one was in the other place
Yeah,
that you could
totally.
pick it out.
Yep.
Go bells. I don't know. Ah,
Well, you,
sagebrush.
you had a 50% chance.
Yeah,
All
cool.
right.
Looks pretty hermit thrushy. Got him. Going Swainson's on that one.
Okay, I think that could be. Oh, there we go. Okay, I forgot. I'm not even sure which thrushes are in here.
Ooh, okay. This is one of the fox sparrows. So which subspecies we have? We have sooty,
Yep,
and then
red and what's the third? Hoodie, red. Let's just take a quick peek.
there's not like a slate colored, is there?
Gray-backed.
Gray backed. Okay.
So they're very well maybe a slate. As I remember, people slice the subspecies differently, and gray-backed is a encapsulates it probably encapsulates some others that might have been called slatey.
I think this one's got to be gray backed then. Got him.
Good.
Veery.
Nice.
Ooh, interesting. We got a little reddish tail. Doesn't look quite hermity, but it could be. What do you think, Phil? I'm leaning hermit.
I am also, but yeah.
Unless there's like another subspecies.
Well, so there are, what are we're doing Swainson subspecies here. We've got olive-backed and what's the other one? And russet-backed.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I don't think that's russet-backed.
I think I'd go hermit because of the orangey
Yeah.
tail.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, this feels like a Bell's.
Mm,
Ah,
good
nice.
job.
Oh, I'm going sagebrush on that one. Ah,
Good.
okay, fox sparrow, sooty.
Nice.
Nice. Bell's sparrow?
Good.
Nice. Fox sparrow, not gray-backed. Is it red?
Gotta be, right?
Gotta be red, yeah. Yeah, this is fun.
Cool.
Hermit. Got him. Cool. Yeah. I like the field game setting. That's cool.
Mm. Oh, so you know what? We ought to take a quick look at bird topography. Have you had a chance to look at that yet?
I have not. I saw it, but I didn't get a chance to click on it yet.
Did I preload that? Yeah, I preloaded that. Oh, whoops. Let's not start with short bird. Oh, I know what. I was demoing this before, and so I left this up at advanced. Let's maybe go back to beginner and start there. Because this is the beginner level is very different, in that at the beginner level it starts with a graphic, not a photograph.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so let's see, what are we? Oh, the highlighted region. Then this is we've skipped over the learning phase here. The bird topography course is quite different than the sound and visual ID courses. And so it starts out, actually, you know what I can do? Let's go reset our learning data so we can see how the game actually starts. So the very first thing it's going to let us do is just explore. And this is zoomable. See if I can do this on my, no, I can't seem to get, I
I
can't,
think we can see it pretty
yeah,
well.
I can't do the pinch zoom on my laptop for some reason, but right now we're in explore mode. So here's the primaries, secondaries, lesser coverts, etc. You can explore this to your heart's content and then start the game, which kind of does what you would think it would do. Um, so where is the alula rectrices? If I get it wrong, it's going to show me. Marginal coverts. Uh, I'll tell you, programming that so that it was easy to click on a really tiny little thing was tricky. So that's marginal coverts. Yeah, so that's the basic. Although the one thing that does change as you get further into the game is that um, uh, it will eventually. Right now, it's telling us to click on the greater primary coverts,
Hmm.
right? Um, but later it will highlight something and ask us what it is.
Okay.
So it goes in both directions. Um, and now if we go up to advanced, um, now we just have a much greater selection of images to work from. So, for example, we
Ooh.
can practice this stuff on the galliforms. So, because bird topography looks really different on different families of birds. I'm sure you've noticed that. The galliforms, you could know the galliforms inside and out and still be completely stumped by the shorebirds. They're just so different.
Yeah, and that's probably good when you do go to ID and it's talking about one of those features, and then you know exactly where to look when you're out in the field.
Exactly. Exactly. Whoops, I'm clicking here without thinking what I'm doing. So same basic game, but now you're getting a chance to practice on a real bird. Um, those the scapulas. Oh, I think that's the lessers. Does that look right?
We'll see.
Okay, that was it.
Okay, nice.
Um, so yeah, that's topography.
Sweet.
Uh, what else? Have you had a chance to look at playlists?
No, I have not.
Okay, so playlists get used quite a lot. Um, let's see, let's get rid of that. Let's create a playlist. Yeah, Derek, let's do one for you. Landbird songs, Eastern Central North America, um, and I don't know what's the name of your local patch,
Um,
or wherever you would like to make a playlist
let's
for.
do, there's a nature center nearby that I like to go to called Retzer Nature Center. Let's do one for stuff you might hear there.
Okay, so we can construct a playlist in three ways: by family group, by individual species or by location. We're going to try that here, although in the simulator it should work okay. So it just doesn't know where you are. Um, but let's see. Uh,
Put it east of Madison if you can.
yeah, let's see. Where's Madison?
Down.
East, like here.
Little more. Yeah, that's about fine.
All right, all right. So this is what it chose by default. Um, and it's showing you which ones are, these are rare, but they do have some records there. By default, they're not included, but if you said, no, I really want that in there, we can have it in there. Um, but that's, if we just accept the defaults, then we've got a playlist for Retzer Nature Center.
Cool. So then you can kind of tailor that to whatever you want it to be.
That's right. And, you know, sometimes people make playlists that are just warblers or
Hmm.
something like that, which I guess that makes sense. But as you saw, the warblers are already broken out in your regular course. So, it's what however suits your learning style is it's available to you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Um, and I guess the last thing I would show you is there's a whole different browse mode where you might be out in the field and, well, you've got so many options here. You've probably got Merlin on your phone, but um, you do have a browse mode and you know, you're trying to remember Clark's Grebe and it's right there.
So it kind of is a, field guide too,
Yeah,
essentially.
it has elements of that. I yes, I don't really say that out loud because it's not really trying to be a very good field guide. But on the other hand, we have all of this really valuable content, and it might as well be at your fingertips even when you're not playing.
Hmm.
And so it's there in your in the browse mode.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's all really cool. I'm sure, a lot of our listeners will be interested in testing it out and hopefully quizzing their friend on it too.
It it's designed to work well for beginners, but as you saw, it has some very advanced content, and I get emails from people who are professionals working in the field, field biologists or people hired to do point counts and things like that, and they find Larkwire really indispensable.
Yeah, I feel like, once you're kind of out of the season, it's really easy to forget a lot of this stuff. So like, winter's here, we're hearing the winter stuff. Now we got to relearn our warblers and our spring migrants. And then like we'll get the breeding birds in the summer. So it's always good to have something to brush up on that. But also, if you're going to a new region and you need to study this stuff, then it's there for you too to learn about your new region you're going to.
Exactly, exactly. And uh, I'll mention that right now all our courses are North America, but my dream is to have coverage that goes way beyond North America. Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
cool?
that would be cool. Well, awesome. And if people want to download it, it's in the App Store. We'll put a link in the description as well for people to check it out too. And let us know what you think about it for sure.
That sounds great.
Cool. Anything else you want to add about Larkwire or anything about the birding world, Phil?
The one thing we haven't really talked about, but which I always think about, is that when I first started building Larkwire, I thought this was a really cool skill to have. But what I didn't realize is that when you know what you're hearing out in the field, it's delightful. There's a feeling, it's almost like you're in a foreign country and you speak the language. You kind of like, okay, McGillivray's warbler, that's talking to me. It's a very wonderful experience. So I really encourage people to learn the stuff rather than just relying on the AIs that we have now.
Yeah, Merlin is super cool, but we always talk about it whenever we mention it that it's not 100% correct. It does get stuff wrong. It hears Mockingbird, it's going to say whatever the Mockingbird's making. Or when it
Yeah,
first came out, everything was a yellow-breasted chat. So it always is better for you to have the knowledge up here than to trust on a tool. Tools are great, but you got to make sure that you're hearing and seeing the birds out there to, counterfeit
exactly.
you, hopefully, and enjoy it.
Exactly. Yep.
Well, cool. Thanks so much, Phil, and thanks to everybody for watching and listening to this episode of the Badgerland Birding Podcast.